Yeah, like in
Okay.
3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But,
But hey, it is
hey,
what it is.
that's right.
We go with the flow.
Ride with the tide and go with the flow.
That's right.
Wow, page 40 already. So only like 50 pages in this book, so
Mm-hmm. 44.
44. Wow.
Not bad.
Hope we're on the same page.
Well, I'm glad that my computer, even though it's in the past, it can still talk to the future. That's good.
Oh my gosh.
Funny.
Right. Let
Right.
me see if we're in the right place. Let me open up the share screen. Oh, now I have it open on two different pages. Okay. That's why. Okay.
There
And is
she
this
is.
where we're at? Declares as means on it yet?
That's right.
All right. Well, how you feel about reading?
Sure.
Okay.
I can read. So, before we wrap up this book, let's revisit this quote discussed earlier from the Manual for Teachers. Each individual has many abilities of which he is unaware. As his awareness increases, he may well develop abilities that seem quite startling to him. Yet nothing he can do can compare, even in the slightest, with the glorious surprise of remembering who he is. Let all his learning and all his efforts be directed toward this one great final surprise, and he will not be content to be delayed by the little ones that may come to him on the way. A Course in Miracles Manual for Teachers. Nothing we do can compare with the glorious surprise of remembering who we truly are. How do we get there? As course students, it is essential that we always come back to the means of remembering who we are, and that is through the practice of true forgiveness. Intuitive guidance ultimately means nothing if it is used only to improve, quote unquote, your life. Well, we must each extricate ourselves from fear, and the clairs are a helpful means of seeing how we truly do not walk alone. The clairs are ultimately a stepping stone. They are a means, not an end. We enter heaven two by two through our willingness to open ourselves to true forgiveness. The clairs are simply one form of support in the overarching process of healing our sense of separation from each other and from God. Would you like to stop there and then continue then?
Sure. Yeah. Let's stop a minute. Because what I'm realizing is we're reading this, and of course, I always like it that she goes back to A Course in Miracles and talks about what the what really is being said here in terms of the course. And I'm glad because a lot of people don't think about this, and they think, they're having a whole other idea of what, they're thinking that it's magic, or they're thinking that it's something that is not natural. But what I've gotten from reading this book and really looking at the experience of the clairs, the clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, cognizance, clair whatever, all the the
Mm-hmm.
that all of those are actually our natural experience. It's not like it's something that is magical or mystical at all. It's like being able to see the color yellow or hear the note C or um, it's a natural experience of connection to the 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 world around us. Um, whatever this dream world may seem to be, it's actually it's natural.
Mhm.
So when and when it doesn't happen, then there's something to be worried about because if you aren't being uh given cues and clues all the time
Mhm.
about your where you're going, what you're doing, how you're doing it, whatever, then you're going to wander around the world in a sense of a state of fear and anticipation because you think that there's a big surprise around every corner that something's going to get you. And the reality of it is, it's not that. It's that uh, everything here is supporting me. And so when I can see, hear, think, know, experience everything, everything, uh, and without rejecting it or being afraid of it, then I know there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry about. I'm
Mhm.
being completely cared for and supported
Yeah.
all the time. So that's when she says nothing can compare can compare with the glorious surprise of remembering who we truly are. Um, that's exactly it.
Mhm.
Is once you start knowing these abilities that you're unaware of,
Mhm.
then it is surprising and startling. But
Mhm.
it's also like, oh my God, thank God that
Mhm.
I'm not, that I'm not lost in this world.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah, anyway, any thoughts on that?
Probably like one of the things that came to mind as you were talking is the how innate all of this is. Like it is part of who we are already. Like it's not something that we have to acquire. It's not something that makes us special or different from others. That everybody has access to it. And how she reminds us of that, not just here, but also throughout this course that she put together, that it's not a specialness thing. It's something that we all have. We just don't remember. And remembering who we are will get us there. And I see Rafi has his hand up, so.
Yeah, well, two things popped out at me. One, going back to forgiveness,
Mm,
I have to forgive myself for imagining that I'm separate.
mm,
I let that happen. I complete that, and everything else drops away. That is not real. The other thing is what Lynn pointed out is that this constant support is our higher self. It doesn't go away. It's never indifferent. It doesn't come and go.
mm,
That's the reality. So as long as I keep that, to keep my focus on that and know that my only purpose is self-realization,
mm,
everything else is taken care of completely, divinely guided, divinely protected, divinely provided for at a universal loving level. Mind can't possibly understand it. It's not supposed to understand it. The whole point is to transcend the mind and realize that that is what I am.
mm. Very nice. Thank you. I like that.
Yeah, thank you, Rafi. And I know how that's how you live your life, really.
Mm.
So, I mean, I see that all the time. And it's hey, thank goodness, thank goodness. Um, Anything else before we move on?
Mm-mm.
Swing. I don't know why my mouse always goes backwards. I try to go forwards. All right. Oh, get there. Now just stay there. Don't go anywhere, okay? All right. I think
So,
if I do this is the way. Bing, bing. There we go.
all right.
All right.
Do you want me to
So,
continue?
yes,
Or-
sure.
Okay. So what next? The epilogue of A Course in Miracles begins with the sentence, This course is a beginning, not an end. Over the last few years, this sentence has come alive for me. The Holy Spirit is truly leading each of us in a highly individualized curriculum that is designed to meet us where we are, taking us step by step into the exact experiences that will help reveal our blind spots, release fear, and heal our blocks to love. As I've come to know and develop my clear senses more than ever before, I feel a deepened relationship with the Holy Spirit, my angels and guides. If you're interested in learning more about the clairs as a student of A Course in Miracles, how the repurposed energetic system of the body can support us in our course work, and how grounding the body can help us in remembering the truth, I've got a free 6-part training for you. It's called the Clairs for Course Students Mini Training. This free training includes Part 1, all about the clairs. We will explore each of the clair senses and how they operate in your life. We will also explore some relevant course quotes and how I come to teach this topic. Part 2, how grounding the body relates to the clairs. Grounding the body, mind, and inhabiting your root chakra is intimately connected to the clairs. You will learn the energetic workings of this relationship in this lesson. Part 3, grounding meditation. You will engage in a guided grounding practice utilizing a repurposed earth and energetic grounding cord. This practice lowers energy in the body, calms the body, and quiets the mind, thus creating a foundation for healthy, clear development. Part 4, the chakras and your perfect shaft of pure light. You will learn about the chakra system and how the body's central channel can be repurposed to experience the course teaching about your identity as a perfect shaft of pure light. Part 5, perfect shaft of pure light meditation. You will put what you have learned into practice. This guided healing will support you in embracing your true identity as pure light. Part 6, common questions and my answers. What is intuition? Does the ego have its own? What is a simple practice to connect with the clairs when making a decision? We will explore these and other participant questions. You can access this free training, and then she gives the website, which is FromAnxietyToLove.com/clairs-mini-train. You receive guidance and you receive it often. You do not need someone to mediate between you and the Holy Spirit. Your trust in Spirit will grow by getting acquainted with your clairs and paying attention to the information that comes to you through them. I hope this ebook supports you in your journey of learning that we do not walk alone. All my love, Corinne Zupko, XO. It's very good.
All right, and then the rest of it is just notes and things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
like
notes.
that. So I had not seen this. Let me see. Is it linkable?
Maybe.
Oh, cool. So you can go to that link. I'll put it in the chat of the copy over here to our thingy butcher. And just put her in the chat there, and then people will be able to find it.
Mhm.
And that's just a simple thing I love. I love this, that having the ability to build all this communication out
Mhm.
to people. So
YouTube, yeah.
it's very, very cool. All right.
And I had no idea she had that extra extra training there.
Me either, and now I'm curious about it, but I
Yeah.
don't know how long it, where are we
I
at?
don't know. I don't know. I'll look into it maybe this.
Yeah, because I think I had no idea either.
It'll be a good one.
She's a wonder. I'm telling you what, that girl. I really appreciate her a lot.
Yeah.
Zupco. Um, so yeah, so there's the radio.
It's the way I can remember
Oh,
my one self.
let's go back here and stop that. Dove remembering
Pause.
himself. You
Mm.
could see the world of Lynn. All right. So I guess that's it for this book. Any thoughts and
Hmm.
I'm wondering, where are we gonna go next? What's our
No.
what else can we do here?
I did run into a video of
Oh,
Anandamaya Ma.
yeah, and Nana Ma. Do you have the link for it? You can put it in the chat.
I don't offhand. And I saw a few of her videos. Well, that people have posted about her because she's been gone for, I think, right before my mom was born. Um, that's a long time ago. I can look it up, but if you just go to YouTube and look Ananda Mahima, um, you'll find one. The very first one that I saw I really liked because it tells her story basically of how she was pretty much born awake. Is
Yeah, I've
best,
heard her before too.
yeah, and it as I we were reading the final part of it, of this book of the Clares, I remembered her because a lot of the things that, through questions that people asked her and somebody kept notes and stuff like that, um, she says a lot of things that are just so connected to the course. Like one of them.
If you see it, I've got him up on the
Yeah.
screen.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't remember which one because there were so many of them, but
Okay,
maybe it was that one. It had a picture of her sitting like that to the side, like
like
uh,
that.
yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead with it.
Yeah. So what they were talking about is somebody asked the question about um how can I find God? And her response was to laugh for like 5 minutes, according to the person narrating the whole thing. And she just laughed and laughed and laughed. And the questioner was like all confused, like, what is it? Why is she laughing? And she said, well, the reason why it's so funny that you ask like that. She said, this is like God asking himself, how do I find myself? Something like that. And that was
That,
funny
yeah.
because it also reminded me of something that when I was more, I did a lot of writing, like just things would come to me, and there was I created this one uh thing where it said it's chocolate and we are all like chocolate, or love is like chocolate. Love us, same thing, right? But that it's like chocolate saying, I'd like to find out what chocolate is like. I'd like to know what chocolate is like. So the same question, like when
Yeah.
we are chocolate. We are love. So it's what God is, and that's what made her laugh, because she thought it was hilarious that so they had that question.
That's
Uh,
funny.
yeah.
I want to play this one of these. This one here.
Uh-huh.
Everything. This is that essence is light. You want to hear it?
Sure.
Oh, Rafi has his hand up. Go ahead,
Okay.
Rafi.
Maybe he knows.
In regard to laughing,
Yeah.
you closer to the God consciousness, the truth that we are. There's a little exercise I do pretty much every night.
Hmm.
And that is reaffirm and discriminate. I am whole, I am complete, I am infinite love, I am bliss, I am peace, I am omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresence, pure awareness, free and unlimited. Yeah, but you think you're a person who was born, going to live a little while and die. That's pretty cute.
Yeah, that's
I laughed my head off for quite a long time when that comes up. No, I just thought I'd share it.
yeah, that's hilarious.
That's
It's
pretty
like,
cute.
asking a fish, where's the water?
Uh-huh.
Or asking a person, where's the air?
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's hear what she has to
Let's see
say.
what this one has. Yeah.
Okay.
Our mind is clouded by worldly ties. What appears delightful to the senses later develops into a hotbed of poison, generating inner turmoil and disaster. For it belongs to the realm of death. There is nothing in this world, yet everyone is madly pursuing this nothing. Some more, some less. But there is no cause for despair. With purity, unflinching faith, and burning eagerness, go ahead and you will realize your true self. What is perceived in this world is in the nature of a dream. Everything that happens belongs to the realms of dream. Duality is pain. So long as we do not wake up to our identity with the One, the round of birth and death continues. Whether you worship Christ, Krishna, Kali, or Allah, you actually worship the one light that is also in you, since it pervades all things. Everything originates from light. Everything in its essence is light. It is by seeking to know oneself that the Great Mother of all may be found. Your sorrow, your pain, your agony is indeed my sorrow. This body understands everything. You and I are two persons, and yet you and I are one. Rest assured that your worries and tribulations are ever before my eyes. But I am not anywhere in this world. I am myself reposing within myself. The self. This body has no desire, no intention, or set purpose. Everything occurs spontaneously. In everything and in every body is but the one reality. Try to be constantly aware of the fact that whatever is perceived at any time, in whatever way, are but the manifestations of the Supreme Being. Even the feeling of the absence of this is its manifestation, so that this presence may be realized. Work without the feeling that it is you who is working. Take it as if it is the Divine's work done through you as its instrument. then your mind will be at rest and at peace. That is prayer and meditation.
That was amazing.
Mhm. Yeah. And when you, I mean, if I'll find the video and I'll send it to you, but where how she was born that way. I mean, she was, according to what they about her life, is that she was like always smiling, like she never cried. And they would come to her and ask her questions. She would be so, I mean, her responses were so advanced, coming from a child kind of thing. They married her at, I think it's like 13 years old. Um, and I think the night when they were supposed to consummate the marriage, her husband got a message or something or a download that he was not to touch her, and he didn't. They just lived married, but nothing ever happened. So he became her like protector, and he realized that she was in, for them it was more like a, I guess, enlightened maybe, or somebody that was like a guru, but she never made it to guru. um Yeah. But a few things that she said here, she talked about duality in this one. She talked about we're all one. There was something I missed at the beginning. I I should have written it down. Um, that these are the same things that we talk about, or we are taught about, and we've learned from the course. So it's almost feels like when I heard her talking, it's almost like she's talking like Joshua.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, I do understand that because as we've read so many times in other books,
Mhm,
and there was one on here on this list about reincarnation. Um, because we've read so many
mhm,
books and stories about people who you know, this is not their first rodeo. And I think that that is definitely her,
mhm,
that she was and it doesn't even mean that she came from her past life being a uh like a guru or anything.
mhm,
You know, she could have just been she could have been doing anything
mhm.
and come into this world awake already,
Right.
because
And she
that's what
never
it
lost.
sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah, and she never lost it. In fact, she stayed in that bliss. And she would go into these as a child, she would just sit there and either eyes closed, eyes open, and she would just stare into nothingness. And they would go touch her and she would not respond. It's like she was so connected with God, or whatever we want to call our higher power, the one source, the one force, uh, our Father, that that's where she remained a lot. It got to the point where they had to force feed her because she was not eating. And she was not eating because she didn't really need it. She was being kept by love, by God, like she was just alive that way. So they had to give her food, a little bit of food here and there, and she would eat it, but not because she was hungry. It's more of they made her eat and drink. There's just I'm not, to me, it's like a reinforcement, like, and to be honest, it's like going through what's happening, in this day and age, all the horrible things that are coming to light. And it gave me a glimpse as I was hearing her talk right now. Well, not her, but they were reading her answers, or her teaching. Um, and I almost had a glimpse of of what we're going through, and the duality of it, the um, kind of hidden secrecy, kind of wanting to keep it all tight in a basement somewhere where nobody can see it. It's all there in the dark and you can't see it. However, because we are all, I feel that we're all waking up, we are closer and closer to just being more fully aware of who we are, because we all do that. Like, at least for our circle of people, we are going through something, and we try to go back and center. Yes, we get angry, at least for me, I'm speaking for myself, get angry, get frustrated, get all these things that happen. That's normal in my life. But I always go back to center. It's in that remembering of who I am, who we are, and trying to live by that, trying to stay to that, stick to that. But what we're seeing is all of this horrible things that ego is capable of doing, like just the darkness of it, all the horrible. I just can't think of any other word to describe for me what I've seen and what I've heard more, because I
Yes,
haven't seen
yes, I
anything. I
know.
just can't handle the scene, but the listening to it.
It's
And
crazy, isn't it?
yeah.
But I'll tell you what though, Zita,
Mm,
here's the thing that I understood really clearly from A Course in Miracles,
mhm,
that when we had the tiny mad idea,
mhm.
this all occurred. This didn't
Yep.
happen. It's not happening right now. It
Mhm,
happened back then. And what happened was everything that could happen, you know, and if you
mhm,
can imagine it, which you can because you're just imagining it right now as you're talking
mhm,
about it.
mhm.
You can see a picture in your mind of it. That's as real as anything else in this world.
Yeah.
That's as real as anything else in this world. If you can imagine it, you made it. You know, Jesus tells us in A Course in Miracles that God has put a limit on
Mhm,
our ability to miscreate.
mm,
There's no more miscreating that can happen now. Everything that's happening now was created already in the mind of the insane, holy Son of God who suddenly thought, I could make a better world, a more
mhm.
interesting world.
Yeah.
And so, it's already, if you can imagine it, you can't make up something that wasn't already imagined. So that happened billions of years ago.
Mhm,
And what we're doing is seeing it now
mhm,
and asking the question, is this what I really want to see?
mhm,
And and there are people who are saying, yes, I want to see this. I want to imagine, I mean, think about the most horrific things that you've heard.
mhm.
And I'm not going to mention them because they're
No,
so
yeah, just yeah.
unbelievable.
Mhm,
Unbelievable. But I'll tell you one thing,
mhm,
and this is just uh, a just an observation.
mhm,
Who were the cooks on that island?
mhm,
If they were if they were
mhm,
eating what
mhm,
they said they were eating,
mhm,
who was cooking that up?
mhm.
Because I have not heard any people coming forth and saying, yeah, I
Yeah, yeah.
so it's hard for me to imagine that
Mm,
all these horrific things I'm hearing could be true. Because I mean it's like one of those old paintings of hell, that those Hieronymus
yes.
Bosch ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, he was imagining that
yeah.
back, hundreds of years ago.
Mhm,
So, this is not some new thing
mhm,
that just came up. This is something that, and so yeah, it's one thing. It's like I always say about people saying, well, the government, there's all these secret projects and all the,
mhm,
if the government had a bunch of secret crap going on like that, I can guarantee you that one, two, three, four, 10 people would be coming out and saying, hey, you know what?
mhm,
Because people can't keep their mouths shut.
mhm,
So I think that's why I see that this is all a dream. And that's what she was saying.
mhm,
It's a dream
mhm,
world. This is a
mhm,
dream world.
mhm,
And this dream that we're dreaming is the most absurd thing ever.
mhm,
But is it really happening? Is
mhm.
there a possibility that the dream could be real? Because if that dream is real, then where's God? God would not make a real world that would happen in. So
Right.
it can only be happening in my imagination.
Mhm.
So I was listening to a recording from Doug, and he said, as Lynn Johnson said, and this was from 10 years ago, as Lynn Johnson said, when you figure out that you're imagining it, stop it. Stop
Yeah,
imagining.
yeah. Stop going there.
Stop going there. And that's what I have to tell myself. Stop it.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop
No,
imagining.
it's so
It's like that Bob
but
Newhart thing. I'm not being buried alive in a box. Stop imagining that and
mhm.
realize that it's all a story in my own mind and
Yeah,
I'm making it up
yeah.
and I can
Mm,
stop it.
right.
So,
And
you
that's
know,
and that kind of that's where I was going with this whole thing, not to bring up all the nastiness, but it was like that I imagined a scene like from Dante the Inferno or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
That's what I was, like seeing. And at the same time, it's like it's all something that we are re-experiencing by our own choice because we haven't really woken up to the realization. And the only thing we have is what we've been taught is to go back to knowing who you are, knowing that that all this, like you said, all this already happened. All this, there's nothing else to do but to stop imagining it and say, is this what I really want to see? Is this really what I want to see? Which brings me to something that I've been told a couple of times recently because, well, I mean, I'm just going to say, I've been told a couple of times that all of this that we talk about, and I say we as in the Course in Miracles and Ananda Maima and whoever else we want, all those enlightened that have come way before us, um, talking about all these things that are happening and how we, how we can bring ourselves to the idea, not to the idea, to the knowing that that we are safe no matter what happens. Like you can see my body being crumbled up and put in a wood chipper. Let's just
Yeah.
be, graphic, horribly graphic like that. But I know that I am okay because I'm not talking about the I am body. I am, right? So that's where I was trying to get to with the whole thing. It's like, that's where, um, who we are. However, there are those that are really, well, I am worried too, but not in that same way because I bring myself back, right? I have that escape. I have my magical golden key. But what they're saying is all of this is called spiritual bypass. Oh yeah, that's a perfect picture. Love that.
Yeah, yeah. I was at that. Here's God and all the angels up here going, look at all that.
Look
What
at all
up?
that mess. What
What
are
are
they
those people
doing?
doing down there?
Yeah. Amen.
That's Epstein Island right there.
Oh my God, yeah. It's crazy.
But that's an imagination of a guy hundreds of years ago.
Yeah,
This is not some new things.
right.
You know, these are things, and you think about the people that invented the Inquisition and how they figured out, how to torture people and do terrible things. It's not because that was some new news. That is the ego world right there.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah.
But what do
I,
you think about this whole thing about spiritual bypass? Like, what would you say to someone who's telling you that that's just spiritual bypass?
oh, what I would say actually is no, that's a reality. It's the reality is that nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists.
Mm,
And that is the peace of God. So if that's reality, then all this other stuff has got to be imaginary. And
yeah.
so it's not a bypass to say, I mean, yeah, yeah, it could be happening. I mean, children are starving, people
Mhm,
are dying, these things are happening in this world of form, but
mhm,
this world of form is a dream.
mhm,
And it's just like a dream that you're dreaming at night. It
mhm.
may seem so real to you at the time, but
Yeah.
when you wake up in the morning, it's all gone. That's the reality of this. When we wake up, it's all gone. That's what I see with that Amanda Maya Mai.
Mhm,
She didn't see it. That was not her
mhm,
vision of the world. The
mhm,
vision of the world is a vision that we're projecting.
mhm.
So if I'm seeing it and it's terrible, I think, oh my God, why do I want to see this stuff? Because the same reason, and I see Rafi has his hand up.
Mhm,
Turn this over in a second. I had a lot of thoughts about that when I was younger, before I found A Course in Miracles, about the Holocaust.
Mm,
And I read all the horrific things
mm,
that people did to people during that Holocaust, and how horrible it was, and how could God have allowed that to happen? But I realized after really, really, really looking at it, and again, this is before the course, I
mhm,
came to understand that this was uh this was something that we were curious about. We were curious about what would happen to you if what would happen if someone stripped off all your skin with a knife.
mm,
What would happen? What
mhm,
would happen? And it's this curiosity
mhm,
that is the thing the tiny mad idea was all about.
mhm.
What would happen if I could be separate from God? And so what would happen is all the horrific things you imagine.
Yeah.
They're all the horrific things you imagine. That's what would happen. And that's why, again, she kept stressing in that little video, return to the self,
Mhm,
the truth of what you are. And you'll see that none of this is happening or can happen. Because in reality, in heaven, it could never be. And heaven is the only reality.
mhm,
This is a dream. And again, she kept saying that life is a dream. That's exactly what it is.
mhm,
So I don't think it's spiritual bypassing. I think it is aligning with reality. And
mhm,
when I align with reality, then the world I see begins to change. It's forgiveness. We forgive that world we think we see.
mhm,
We let go of the thought that it is real, and move ourselves into a reality where we're in alignment with God. And in that reality, it's like that song From a Distance, Bette Midler, which we talk about. From a distance, all you see is harmony. You see you may look at the bird catching the worm, and or the eagle catching the mouse, or the whatever, and you're thinking, oh, that's horrible for the mouse, but it's lunch for the eagle, not ego. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all there's nothing bad about any of it. It just is what it is. Or
Mhm,
and go ahead, Rafi.
Yeah, but you pretty much covered what I was going to say. What I use to as a reminder is I constantly remind myself I don't have a name, I don't have a body, I don't have a lifespan, I don't make mistakes, I don't forget, I don't fail, I don't judge, I don't confuse, I don't accuse, I don't react, I don't have organs and glands. Um, I don't suppress. I don't screw up. That's all false imagination. That's all ego mind stuff, which
mhm,
isn't what I am,
mhm,
which isn't the reality of my infinite divine beingness. And just that constant reminder helps keep me centered. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Rob. It's like my favorite lesson is that one that says, "I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me." And I love that last part. I
Yes.
am still as God created me. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And nothing can change what God has made.
Mm-mm.
Nothing can change it. So,
Nope.
all right. Well, Zita, this has been fun. Let's
Yeah.
think of something to start reading next week, or maybe we
Yeah.
can look at those little videos from
Yeah.
Corinne. Uh, I'm going to check them out this week, and we'll see. So,
Okay.
all
Sounds good.
right.
Thank you,
All right.
everybody.
Thank you guys. I love
Love
you
you.
all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Jorge. Good to see you, friend.